Alright, what's good, YouTube fam? It's your boy, Crusty Elbows. I wanted to talk to you guys today about a few different things. And so we're going to be talking about streaming, streaming, networking, content creation, networking, like Twitch, YouTube, or Mixer, whatever you're on. And we're going to be talking about artists. So mainly, I guess this could be considered something for like general streamers and content creators and artists as well. But like, we're mainly looking at the Dead by Daylight community, since that's like my main game, mostly. And we'll be talking a little bit about engaging with others, making actual friendships, not fake friendships for clout or stuff like that. Because one of the best ways, well, I'm not gonna say the best way to go about growing your Twitch stream or YouTube videos or whatever you're doing. The best way to grow is only having real relationships with people and real connections. That's definitely the way I feel is the best way, but there's other ways that people have gone about growing and stuff like that. That whatever works for you, my saying is whatever works for you, do it. But if you want people to respect you and see you as a humble person and want to watch you and want to support you, I feel like the best way is to be as positive as you can. Yeah, I'm laughing because if you know me, I've had my rage moments, but there's a difference between raging in a video game or getting upset or being a competitive spirit, and you just have your moments where you're salty or whatever. Everyone's human. And I'm getting a little bit off track here, but this still kind of goes towards what I'm talking about. So for streamers, I've had a lot of new people ask me, people who are new to streaming or new to YouTube, they ask me, like, how did you get started? Like, I'm stuck on 0 viewers. I can't get anyone to watch me. I don't understand what I'm doing wrong. And I remember asking myself the same thing when I first started out. Like, what am I doing wrong? What do I need to do to grow? How am I going to get followers? When I started my YouTube, what am I gonna do to get subscribers? What should I start with? Like, who do I need? Maybe I should get advice. And that's what came from making the early day mistakes, like going on people's videos or into streams and follow for follow, like for like, all that stuff. Like, that stuff doesn't work. You've probably seen this a million times. Some of you guys have maybe, unfortunately, already made the mistake of going into someone's stream and saying, hey, can you follow me? I'll follow you back. And then the streamer goes off on you or gets upset. Or you go into a YouTube video and you comment, hey, watch my videos. Like, most of you have already seen this a million times. If you heard this a million times, that's the wrong way. Like, absolutely the wrong way to go about it. And maybe you haven't. So, I'm telling you now, that's the wrong way to go about it. And I feel like the best way to grow is to find the game that you enjoy the most. Find the game that it's fun. But at the same time, you got to find the game that people enjoy watching. People enjoy watching you play. If you're good at it, maybe you're not as good at it, but you're a really good time to watch. You might be really funny. You find ways to make your death or failures funny instead of making people feel bad about it. Just things like that. And I've seen, like, this is probably an unpopular opinion, but a lot of people say that, play what you love, no matter what somebody tells you. If you have 1 viewer, 0 viewers, play what you love. Eventually they'll come. I kind of disagree with that. I feel like sometimes you have to play, you might have to, I'm not saying playing a game that you absolutely hate just for viewers or for donations or for popularity or whatever. I'm saying sometimes you might have to, go 50-50 with your viewers. Go 50-50. Play something that, it might not be your absolute favorite game, but if you really like the game and you enjoy it, and it does better for your channel, whether that's streaming or content creation, then you might have to end up playing a game that you like over a game that's your favorite game of all time. Let's say your favorite game of all time, which like mine is Secret of Mana on Super Nintendo. I'm not going to use that game on my platform to grow my YouTube and Twitch channel and try to become a full-time streamer or content creator, because that's not going to work for me. I absolutely love, Dead by Daylight as well, and it's one of my favorite games of all time. Probably my favorite game right now. Most likely, yeah, it's definitely my favorite game right now. And the it might not be like it's not perfect. Obviously, no game's perfect. Every game has issues, and sometimes you may get irritated with certain killers or survivors in different ways. But at the end of the day, I really enjoy the game and playing solo or with friends, and it's it gives me a rush. It gives me a good time, and I feel like it's a really good game to grow off of. That's just my opinion. So that's the way I look at it. I don't think that you can always just play everything you want and expect to grow or expect to see your numbers increase or things like that. And when it comes to your views and comments on YouTube or your views and chat at your chat box on Twitch, I don't think that you can always stress about that. I've had issues about that. I've been streaming for 4 years now. I've been uploading for years now. I've been uploading a lot longer on YouTube than I've been streaming on Twitch, and doing both has taught me a lot. Starting on Twitch anyway, in 2015 was once I started on Twitch. I had my goal set, what I wanted to do. Before I started streaming, I had an idea of what I wanted to see from myself, and I had a goal. I set goals that I didn't feel like were too crazy starting out. You gotta set a goal for like, all right, I want to try to hit 100 follows, or let's see if by the end of this month I could be averaging 2-3 viewers. You gotta start small, because if Twitch is oversaturated, so is YouTube. There's millions of aspiring streamers and content creators out there, and you can't expect to just dive in and have your donations panel set up and all these things set up and think you're just gonna blow up. That's not how it works. A lot of people think, oh, you stream on Twitch, oh, you must be like full time, you must make a lot of money. No, that's not how it works. You could be a full time streamer on Twitch 1 month, and the next month, people might start finding your content boring or whatever. They might find another streamer they like more, that they connect with. They move on. You lose half your subs, and you're not full time anymore. And if you quit your job, that's really bad. I really don't recommend trying to go full time without having some kind of second income or third income or even fourth income. You have to have multiple incomes if you're going to try to become full-time streamer and content creator. If you look at some of the big streamers and content creators, they have multiple incomes. They have sponsors because they've put in so much work. They've grown. They've gotten that status that they need, where they can sustain their financial state for months. We're looking at 4, 5, 6 months. I don't think that 1 or 2 months of being a full-time streamer is enough to where you can say, all right, I can quit my full job. I can, my full-time job or part-time job or whatever. I'm making enough money on Twitch. I'm making enough money on YouTube. You never know what could happen. You could get banned on Twitch. You could get suspended, or you could get, something could happen to your YouTube channel. You could get hacked. Everything could be gone. You always got to have a backup plan. So that's kind of my take on that. Yeah. So let's move on to engaging with others. Now, all right. Here's my opinion on engaging with other people. Let's say you join the Dead by Daylight community. You're new to the community. You don't know anybody. But we're talking about the Twitch community. Let's start with the Twitch community. Let's just use that for example. You start your stream up. Not start your stream up, but you've made your account. You have your panels made, which I suggest having that done, because if you want people to take you seriously, you definitely need to make some panels. There's people out there that can teach you how. There's tutorials. You can order them from someone. You make them yourself. There's so many ways. Even if you don't have any fancy or clean pictures or anything to use for your little buttons like donation or subscribe to me if you're affiliate or about me, you definitely at least need to have one panel. Even if there's no picture there, just type it out. Like, type out about me, type out your goals, type out what it's about, your stream's about, who you are as a person. Short, don't type your freaking long story or something. Just type something short about me, your age. If you don't want to put that, if you don't want to put your first name, just put what games you like to play. Hey, my name's blah 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 on Twitch. I like to play these kind of games. and let people know what kind of environment you're offering them. This is a positive environment, or if you're toxic, this is a toxic environment. We fuck around here, we play around, whatever. Let people know what your environment is. Let people know your interest in your about me, or add a frequently asked questions, add a fact section on your thing. Let people know, you know, what your channel's about, what you're about, who you are, and try not to make it too long, I guess, because most people are lazy. They're not gonna read all that stuff. If you look at my page, I have a lot of crap on there, and I've been working on trying to shorten it up. But just stuff like that, you definitely want people to know a little bit about you. You'd be surprised at how many people will click on your channel and they'll see you playing something, and they'll try to scroll down and check your information to see what kind of person you are while they're watching, and they want to read and stuff. Because I totally do that every time I go to a stream. The first thing I do is I see what game they're playing. I check if they're using camera. I check them out and see what they look like. I scroll down, look at their panels. If there's no panels, I'm not gonna take that streamer seriously. I mean, obviously there's people who stream for fun and they don't care about panels and stuff like that, but of course we're talking about people who want to go full time, and people who are taking this really seriously, and it's their passion, it's their dream to grow their channels. If you want to be taken seriously, you definitely need to look into getting some panels in your channel, because I usually don't follow streamers unless they're like, I know this person, and I'm gonna follow them. I've met them and we've played, or they're part of my community or something like that. I'm gonna follow if they don't have panels. But if you want to take it seriously, you really need panels. I think that's like a must, because a lot of people aren't going to take you seriously if you don't have panels and use a mic. We're gonna move on to that too. I feel like if you're going to, in 2019, if you're gonna try to create content, I feel like you need to have a mic. Because if you're doing silent content, there's really no way people can interact with you. I mean, they can watch you play, and some people might enjoy that. There's channels on YouTube that have been around for a long time. I feel like that's kind of the only reason. And usually, if I want to go watch some gameplay, or I want to go watch a walkthrough of a game, a lot of times I do go type in, let's say, for example, Shadow of Tomb Raider full playthrough. I'll type in next to it, no commentary, because I just want to watch the gameplay. But if you look at those channels, most of those channels have been around for a long time. I see new channels now that are being created, and this is not firing shots at anybody, by the way. I'm just trying to give advice. I see new channels being created, and they're playing Dead by Daylight or Fortnite or whatever, and there's absolutely no commentary. It's just gameplay. It's not being edited. No, most people are not gonna, watch a quiet gameplay of 20 minutes of Fortnite of you looting and, maybe killing a few people and then winning the game, or if you die or whatever. Or watching you play Dead by Daylight. They don't get to see you or hear your reactions to the killer jump scaring you or whatever. Like, I feel like you feel so much more connected to a person when you're watching their videos, if you can just hear their voice, and you just feel like you're more part of what they're doing. You're more part of their passion if you can hear them. So I really recommend you getting a mic and getting panels for your Twitch. The same thing goes for YouTube. When you post a video, put in your description, some things about the video, how you were feeling, your thoughts. Ask people, what you think about the video. You try to get people engaged, and that's something that we can all do. I've made this mistake so many times, and a lot of things I'm telling you guys, it's like I'm reminding myself as well to do to better my channels. So, all right, so we're done with that. Let's move on to the artist section. This is not exactly like advice or anything like that. This is just something I wanted to add into my videos and my streams. And I love art. I'm not the best artist. I can't draw or anything like that. I've always done like art on Photoshop since I was a kid, and I love photo manipulation and stuff like that, and making headers and banners and stuff like that. But this is for like all artists. If you're a graphic artist, or if you draw on paper or your tablet or whatever, if you do photo manipulation, whatever you do, I would love to see your channels. So if you're aspiring Twitch streamer or YouTuber or artist, I want to see you guys' channels. Obviously, I can't watch everyone on Twitch. Like there's people in my Discord community. We'll get to that in a second. That I try to stop by when I can. I have a full-time job. I work 12-hour shifts, 4 days, and then I'm off for 4 days. So if you are subscribed to my YouTube channel and you don't know that, that's kind of why you might see me upload for like 4 days straight, and then the next 4 days I'm at work. You might see one or two uploads during like a 4-day span, or maybe none, depending on how tired and busy I am. So like I want to see. Just link me your channels, and it's not like we're not doing like this like for like, sub for sub thing. I don't do that. I don't believe in that. It never works. It's gonna inflate your numbers. You can do like for like and sub for sub until your heart gives out. If you do that all day every day for months, and you get to like, let's say on YouTube you get like 2,000 subs and you're getting 3 views on each video, it's because you did like for like. You inflated your numbers. People are gonna notice that. They're gonna call you out for it. It's just gonna be just terrible all over, and it's gonna suck, and you're not gonna be happy. You're gonna be back where you started. Your numbers aren't gonna change. Your community's not gonna grow. You're just gonna grow this fake community of like for like and sub for sub or whatever, and it's not gonna get you anywhere. Same thing on Twitch. If you go into people's streams and you ask them to follow for follow, yeah, they might follow you, and you follow them, and you guys are increasing each other's numbers. But what's gonna happen is you're gonna have 100 followers and no viewers, because these people are just asking for follows for their channel to grow their numbers, and they're not worried about what you're doing. To them, you're just another number. If you can find people that connect with you and have the same interests, and obviously you have one main interest, which is the same game. That's a good way to start. You guys have the same attitude. That's cool. You get along well. That's nice. You enjoy their community, they enjoy your community. You merge your community together. You're meeting some of their community members. They're meeting some of yours. You guys really like each other. The two communities get along well and see that you guys like each other. It's gonna be more natural. It's not gonna be, hey, I'm just gonna host this person because they have a bunch of views. Maybe one day they'll host me. Yeah, they might host you one day because you support them a lot. They might send over 50 or 60 people to your channel on Twitch. But those people aren't going to stay if they don't feel connected with you. And their favorite streamer, they're still going to go watch their favorite streamer. But if you form communities with people, you guys are going to have a great time together, and you're going to watch each other a lot, and you're going to enjoy each other's time. And it's not going to feel like, oh, this person just stops by to throw me a host, and then he leaves, or he doesn't take the time to engage with me on social media and play with me, or just things like that. Like, I'm not saying you have to play with someone every day or all the time to be friends with them and connect with them, but it definitely helps. It was just a little bit of advice from me, from what I've learned from networking and things like that. But with all that being said, like I said, if you are a content creator or streamer or artist, link me below. I'm not gonna promise I'm gonna, like, let's say I get 20 or 30 people, a mixture of 20 or 30 creators, streamers, and artists, dropping links below. I'm gonna check out every single one that's posted, but that doesn't, like, I'm not gonna guarantee, I'm just gonna follow and sub everyone, because like I said, I don't do like for like, sub for sub. But if I see potential, in your content, in your art, in your streams, and I really like it, I'm gonna follow you, and I'm gonna hang out in your chat. I'm gonna comment. I'm gonna watch your entire video. I'm gonna comment on it. Your art, I'm gonna comment on it if it's on like a website or something. I'm gonna share it with your permission, of course. And I also want to help out. With shouting out channels, new or old, that might need some new eyes, man. You could average 3 viewers. You could average 3 views on YouTube. You can still shout out someone who averages 1,000 views on YouTube. Don't ever feel like just because you don't have as many views as this next person or one of your friends or something doesn't mean you can't shout someone out. Someone who watches it, someone who has 10,000 subscribers, might come to your channel and see you shouting out someone else who has way more than you, and be like, oh, I didn't know this person had a channel or something like that, and that might help that person out. You never know. So don't ever feel like just because you have small numbers on any platform that you can't support and help others. I've seen so many people say, well, I would shout this person out, or I would try to do this and that, but I don't have much outreach. I can't really do much. That's true, but you never know where it's gonna go. You never know where that's gonna go. That might help you find some of the coolest people you've ever met, and you guys might end up growing together. So yeah, that's my take on the whole streamer and creator talk and all that stuff. It's a little. I know I ramble a lot, but that's just kind of how I feel about it. Kind of like a real talk session, I guess, with you guys. If you guys enjoyed the video and you would like for me to do more of these kinds of videos, just let me know in the comments below. Like I said, just to remind you guys one more time, if you do want me to check you out, or you want others to check you out, feel free to leave your stuff in the comments below. I don't mind. It's never bothered me, but just at least listen to the video and let me know what you think about it, and we'll go from there. Alright, thank you guys for watching. And one more thing, I got up this morning and saw on Twitch that we hit 13.5k followers on Twitch. Thank you guys so much for watching the streams. I really appreciate it. YouTube's still doing good. I appreciate you guys for watching my videos. I've been seeing a lot more growth in my videos since I started back being consistent again. I'm going to continue to do that, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. And make sure you check the description below if you would like to join us on Twitch as well. I love you guys, and I will see you next time.